As the rightful recipient of this video, you have a special message from your guardian angels. For someone you know, what was a regular day turned extraordinary all thanks to you. The angels say, have you ever considered the moments in time when friends and family remembered your actions? It's probably quite difficult for you to remember, but to help put things into perspective, it's a good idea to ask yourself a similar question. Would you happen to remember the actions of certain friends and family members during significant moments in your life? Chances are that you do. It's easy to remember the impactful actions of others, but it's not quite as easy to remember your own. In this case, what was a regular day for you was a pivotal moment for a good friend, especially because of what you did for them. It's understandable to feel unsure of what you did exactly, but we'll go into detail to help you fully understand what this message could mean for you in the near future. Before we get into that, however, it's important to note the presence of 3 signs in your life. We'll talk about these signs later on and how they merge with your message to paint a clear picture. That said, you managed to change this person's life for the better, and you don't even know it. I repeat, a regular day turned extraordinary for them because of what you did when you helped them through a rough time in their life. One of the reasons why it may be difficult to narrow things down is due to this person's unwillingness to share their feelings. For example, while they were going through a rough patch, you likely couldn't tell. They carefully hid it, so it felt like just an everyday conversation. At the time, you likely had no idea that the advice you were giving would make such an impact. You'll find that as you go through life, the universe provides these moments more often than not, events where you feel like it might not be such a big deal, only to realize later on that your words and actions have had a much deeper impact than you thought. This is the reason why your guardian angels wanted to share this message. A regular day turned extraordinary for them due to your actions, but you likely had no idea what was going on. To you, it's just another day, but to them, it was a turning point. You likely already have multiple experiences of your actions having a more substantial impact than intended, which is why it's so curious that most people still continue to be caught in the same cycle. To be deliberate is to be in the moment, and it's something your guardian angels want you to consider in the coming weeks. As a result of your actions, this person wants to spend more time with you. While they already looked up to you before, there's a newfound sense of admiration. There are even hints that this person has fallen for you, but only time will tell if such a thing eventually pans out. Your strong affinity for each other is a good sign that the two of you could potentially get closer. However, all of this likely comes across as abrupt or even overwhelming. It is understandable you would think this way, as life can be quite unpredictable at times. That said, it's also important to be aware of the things you say, especially when it comes to giving advice. Of course, you do give fantastic advice, but it can result in unexpected events. To go the way of the empath is to put yourself in the shoes of others. When you offer advice, consider how your words might affect this person by putting yourself in their shoes. Know that you are blessed, and your guardian angels have something to say concerning the topic of advice. Your words hold power, and you have more influence over those you know than you realize. As such, it's important to be aware of the things you tell others, even if it happens to be positive or wholesome in nature. You are exceedingly talented when it comes to persuasion and insight, as you have a habit of listening to your intuition. You might not know it, but your intuition is tied to the universe and is the reason why a person's gut feeling is often correct. Thanks to you, this person is on a path toward happiness and prosperity, and they could potentially take you along with them. This brings us to the first of the universe's signs, the megaphone. This first sign involves your ability to turn heads, and the megaphone most certainly does that. Even if it's something as simple as saying hello, the fact that the megaphone sounds so loud and different means people are going to tune in. As a synchronicity sign to follow, you can expect great luck whenever you spot a megaphone, but it isn't just a physical object. The megaphone will likely recur in other sources, including books, cartoons, games, and more. The megaphone represents persuasion and influence, both of which you have in spades. It's one of the cornerstones of your personality, and understanding the megaphone as a synchronicity sign will help you listen to what the universe is telling you. So comes the second sign, the green whistle. You've likely already noticed something of a pattern when it comes to these signs, as they involve the things that can get a person's attention, even if they're not actively listening. The whistle is not just something that calls people to attention, as it can also affect the outcome of certain events. Sports whistles are a good example. The reason it is a green whistle is that the color green symbolizes abundance. When you offer advice, there is power behind it. Deliberate words can help people achieve abundance and prosperity. This brings the message to its conclusion with the final sign, the wind vane. The wind vane's primary function is to let people know where the direction of the wind is blowing. The wind vane is also called the weather vane and was a common sight back in the day. It might be harder to spot one in the wild now. That said, similar to the other signs, it isn't just the physical object that will bring you luck. Anything that references this object can open you up to the blessings of the universe. The megaphone, the green whistle, and the wind vane. All three of these symbolize not only your ability to call others to attention, but the overall accuracy of your advice and how your words hold more power than you think. You can trust your intuition as you know where the wind is blowing. The point of this message is to be aware of your talents and how they could potentially lead to transformative changes in the future. I want to end with a prayer for you. Lord, may the impact of their actions never be underestimated, and may they find comfort in the knowledge that their words and deeds have the power to touch and transform lives, even when they are unaware. Grant them the wisdom to listen to their intuition, and may they use their gift of persuasion and insight to bring happiness and abundance to those around them. May they be guided by the three signs of the megaphone, the green whistle, and the wind vane, and may their connection to the cosmos strengthen, knowing they are protected and loved. Amen. Your guardian angels depart with these words. Allow these words to resonate with your being, and let them give you the strength and direction you need to overcome life's many challenges. Take heed of the three signs and use these signs to develop a closer relationship with the cosmos. Know that you are protected and loved. Type 1010 to claim this message and the blessings inside for your own. Try and leave a positive comment for other viewers who might need a positivity boost in their day. The universe sees it as an act of kindness that fuels the cycle of good karma. You'll be spreading positivity and receiving the universe's blessings in return. Let's uplift each other and create waves of good energy together. I also want to pass on a time-sensitive message from the moon to you, and you need to hear it today. A subtle yet powerful energy will push you to make a critical decision by the end of the week. You won't find the answer in your horoscope, so don't bother looking there. Click the link in the description to see your free personalized video moon reading. I was amazed at how accurate my reading was, and I know you will feel the same. An important message is waiting for you in the next video. Will you hear it?